Now, over the past decades, Lagos has had to contend with the challenges associated with staggering population growth rate, which includes proliferation of slums and informal settlements, huge volume of waste, and bastardization of the aesthetics of the city. However, since 1999, our consistent leadership has guided our reform process hinged on sustainable development. So, as the state marks its golden jubilee, I traced the evolution of greenery in a city which is fast transforming from a decaying metropolis into a modern and attractive city. In the 1960s, Lagos, as the Federal Capital Territory, was a city of beautiful gardens, aesthetically appealing, pollution-free, and with many tourist centers. It was a city of racecourses and parks known for diverse species of exotic flower shows. The people then were also more conscious of the danger of poor sanitation habits. But as the years rolled by, the population of the city increased due to high influx of people into the city, and gradually things turned sour. The city became dirty. Slums and informal settlements sprung up everywhere, leaving only a few government-reserved areas greened and beautified.
In those days, we have very few areas that you could call government-reserved areas, like the GRA of Apapa, like the one you have in Lagos, the center of where the governance was. That was the racecourse area of those days. And in those places, when you go there, you are amazed at the level of beautification that is there. Because then they were high civil servants. They were living in Ikoyi areas of those days. That was where greening all started. But we had a metamorphosis at the advent of our first civilian governor that you call the one that has set the pace. When he came into power, we had to re-engineer the issue of environment. And that was when the first Operation Beautify Lagos started. That was, first program we had was at Costain. And then the introduction of public toilets, green spaces, started gaining ground.
As at that time, we used to have the sanitary inspectors. They more or less enforced, the sanitation code, and people were more environment conscious then than right now. The environment wasn't as filthy as what we are having now. Understandably, the population of Lagos as we have it today wasn't the same thing then. We had fewer people comparatively living in Lagos then than now. But the point is that people were more conscious of their living environment then than now.
Realizing the danger this portends for the citizens' health, the government in 2000 began to replan large parts of the city, and by 2008 commenced an aggressive landscaping and beautification program as a major component of its greening initiative to improve the aesthetics of the environment and mitigate the impact of climate change, a policy adopted by successive governments till date. The initiative saw the creation of more recreational and relaxation centers, converting all criminal hideouts and open spaces to parks and gardens. This is Otedola Under Bridge in Ward Magodo axis of Lagos from Alausa end. Before now, this used to be a flashpoint for criminal activities perpetrated by hoodlums, from car snatching to bag snatching, and sometimes, even in some cases, rape. But today, the Lagos State government has secured this place by beautifying the environment with parks and gardening, and more importantly, stationing even policemen within the axis to make the place safer for the people. So today, Lagosians can now move freely without fear of molestation. The restoration of greenery in all prime areas through tree planting complements the Light Up Lagos project, all aimed at beautifying Lagos day and night. Today, the greening exercise has generated over 96,000 employment opportunities, over 6 million trees have been planted, 327 parks and gardens established statewide, and about 351,000 people have visited parks across the state, according to the state government.
Oshodi used to be a no-go area. We dare not even walk in the afternoon in Oshodi. But because the government was proactive, they were able to deploy men and resources to take over the place and develop a beautiful park in that area. The beauty is that for every project, there's a mandate of the governor for appropriate greening.
Yes, there is definitely some form of conscious effort, to restore, Lagos to its former glory in terms of environmental sanitation and cleanliness. One will remember vividly the fact that, the Fashola administration in particular took some concrete steps, to give Lagos a facelift. We remember, places like Falomo. Falomo was actually beautified.
Some Lagos residents commend the move, even as they want the government to shift attention to low-cost housing scheme for residents.
If you observe Beggar now, Beggar is so neat, no hold up, we have street light. Everywhere in Lagos State there is street light. I think our governor is doing better.
This pedestrian bridge is good, it's commendable. It prevents accidents from happening unnecessarily.
Beautifying the streets, making it to look like outside Nigeria. I thank them and I thank God that give them wisdom to beautify Lagos State.
In a housing problem, you should try to copy the first governor Jakonde. Yeah, if we can do at least low cost housing where people can avoid, it's okay.
While government seems to have resolved to develop the city sustainably, the residents also need to have attitudinal change towards the environment. To many, upgrade of infrastructure and improving the aesthetics of the state may well be a futile effort if government and the people are not on the same page.